get it right. Your world just fell apart and you don't know why. It's all good. Broken like glass lying on the floor, so hard to put it back like it was before. It's all good. Sometimes there's nowhere to run, no place to hide. When it all goes wrong, you just gotta find that something right. There's a reason, there's a why now. Sometimes you don't see it till you slow down, and you can't let go when you're 10 feet off the ground. When it don't make sense, hard to understand, running out of hope cause it hurts so bad. Well, your tear-stained shirt is gonna dry out. It's gonna be all good. It's all good. Holding up the walls when there's nothing left. You don't need to break, you just need a breath. It's all good. It ain't been or straight, it ain't black or white. There's a little color between those lines. It's all good. Oh, there's a reason, there's a why now. Sometimes you don't see it till you slow down, and you can't let go when you're 10 feet off the ground. When it don't make sense, hard to understand, running out of hope cause it hurts so bad. Well, your tear-stained shirt is gonna dry out. It's gonna be all good. It's all good. All good. It's all good. Sometimes there's nowhere to run, no place to hide. When it all goes wrong, it's gonna be all good. It's all good. Oh, there's a reason, there's a why now. Sometimes you don't see it till you slow down, and you can't let go when you're 10 feet off the ground. When it don't make sense, hard to understand, running out of hope cause it hurts so bad. Well, your tear-stained shirt is gonna dry out. It's gonna be all good. When it all goes wrong, it's all good. Oh yeah, it's gonna be all good. It's all good.
It's not quite a religious experience, but it's damn close.
Quiet, numbskulls, I'm broadcasting.
Hello. Hello.
The wheel is turning, but the hamster's dead.
Seriously? You guys gotta come up with a better name. Whatever. I'm not even getting paid for this show.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
To the basement! 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 Up to the basement! To the basement! To the basement!
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio.
control it, so you don't have to stay if you're thinking you need more than what you have. If you're thinking you need more than what you have, let go.
That young lady is only 15 years old, and it started out with a Twitter follow. Today, she followed me on Twitter, and I'm playing her music tonight on the radio. There's the Door by Amara Shea. Amara is A-M-E-R-I. Shea is S-H-A-Y-E. Amara Shea, and There's the Door. Pretty good sound for 15 years old, huh? Well, we're kicking the door wide open and letting the country music out. That is for sure tonight. Welcome to Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. We are KICR, Indie Country Radio. We play new country's best music by indie artists, and we are also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com. And a big shout out to Henry Archuleta and all the fine folks at that radio station for letting us put our country music program over there. We kicked off the show tonight with Miss Alessia Cole and her brand new single as well. She's a great Canadian artist, and her brand new single called All Good. It is all good, especially the music. You guys are going to figure that out in the next 3 hours, that is for sure. But I've got a couple of great radio interviews scheduled for tonight as well. Miss Amelia Presley's going to be calling in at 7:30 p.m. Central Time tonight. Then at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, Miss Jenna Torres from New York City. So two great ladies in the world of country music. You're going to love those stories behind the songs. But for now, let's get you back into that great country music. How about this next gentleman from the state of Texas, Mr. Cody Hibbard, and this is called Just for the Record on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio at KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
Just for the record, the reason you ain't heard from me is I've been trying to find the right words, and it ain't been easy. Just for the record, I know it's long overdue, but I gotta get this off my chest the only way I know how to. Yeah, girl, this one's for you. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd. Some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Just for the record, I wouldn't take back one kiss, I wouldn't change one thing about you, wouldn't undo one thing we did. I know all that don't matter now, you got your life all figured out, and I'm just out here on the road with a bottle of Jack and a guitar, singing to no one. Some songs are meant for the radio, some songs are meant for a party crowd. Some songs you put on a back row mixtape, some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. So I don't forget about your blue eyes and how it feels to live with my regrets. Some songs are meant for a midnight drive, Some songs are meant for a country crowd. Some songs you put on a back row mixtape. Some songs you gotta crank up loud. But here's a few chords and the truth about how I ain't me without you, and how right now I'm wishing we were back together. This one's just for the record. Yeah, yeah, just for the record.
It's time for today's newest country music, Indie Country Radio, with Tim Kelly.
Driving down to Rio for our weekend getaway, laughing like we always do and wondering where to stay. Finishing my sentence before I start to say,
it's a beautiful day. You stop and run around the car, get down on one knee, saying,
let's get married, girl, you're the one for me. And she said, why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not tie the knot?
so I call my mama 'cause she'll kill me if I don't. She is so excited, drops the phone right on her toe. She tells me you two aren't getting married all alone. I'm calling everybody I know.
Your cousin's from Chicago and your uncle from LA. Your sister and your brother are all getting on a plane. And I say, why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not tie the knot? And we're standing at the altar, about to say our vows. It feels so good to tell the world, say it all out loud. There's no question in my mind when I say I do, and when he says it too. He says, why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? Why the hell not? Why not tie the knot? When I look at all the endless love we've got, I say, why not tie the knot? Why not? Oh yeah. Why not tie the knot? Why not tie the knot?
That is called Why the Hell Not? K-O-N or K-N-O-T is how you spell not. I can't even spell it. There you go. And the group is Poppy Iris. They consist of Michael Lusk and Dee Dee O'Malley. I'll be talking to both of them on October the 29th on a Thursday night. We'll hit the airwaves at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Central Time, and they are going to call in actually at 8:30 right after I interview Tracy Miller at 7:30. Going to be another busy night in the world of country music, but tune in October the 29th. Michael Lusk and Dee Dee O'Malley from Poppy Iris. You can check out the video to Why the Hell Not on ICTV IndieCountryTelevision.net. That was added today. Mr. Travis Rice is up next. We had a great radio interview a few weeks ago. This is one of his latest singles. It is called Don't Waste the Rain from Travis Rice on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio, also syndicated on KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
Rain pouring down on the roof of this house. It's making me miss you, girl, it's burning me out. Just come on home, 'cause I need you now. I know you're at work and I shouldn't leave you alone, but I don't know what to do with myself when you're gone. And this thunder and lightning is turning me on. And tomorrow the sun will be shining bright. And I heard that the full moon is gonna come out tonight, tonight, tonight. But right now we've got a perfect storm, just begging me to keep you safe and warm. No, we don't get weather like this every day. Come on, baby, let's not waste the rain. There's nothing at the office that I bet can't wait. Just call me back, baby, tell me you're on the way. 'Cause who in the hell works on the weekend anyway? You can tell them a lie, you can tell them the truth. You can just walk out, yeah, that's what I would do. I don't care what you tell them, girl, as long as it gets me you. 'Cause tomorrow the sun will be shining bright. And I heard that the full moon is gonna come out tonight, tonight, tonight. But right now we've got a perfect storm, just begging me to keep you safe and warm. No, we don't get weather like this every day. So come on, baby, let's not waste the rain. Tomorrow the sun will be shining bright. And I heard that the full moon is gonna come out tonight, tonight, tonight. But right now we've got a perfect storm, just begging me to keep you safe and warm. No, we don't get weather like this every day. Come on, baby, let's not waste the rain. Oh, come on, baby, don't waste the rain.
I love me some country music.
Hey, man, I love country music.
Me too.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country. New country. New country. New country.
It's been a long time since I've heard your voice. It's been even longer since I've seen your face. Baby, don't you think it's time we made up? Don't you think it's time you come back home? It's getting lonely, so lonely. without you. And when I go to sleep at night, it's so hard not to have you to hold me tight. And in the morning when I wake to find your sweet face isn't touching mine, it's not right. 'Cause without you, the sun won't shine. I don't wanna fight about the things that we can't change. I know you're you and I am me. Why can't we let it be? 'Cause the love we have is all that really counts. So come on, baby, won't you come on home? Don't you think it's time that we kiss and make up? Don't you miss the love, the tenderness? All I feel inside is emptiness without you here. Oh, it's lonely without you. I don't wanna fight about the things that we can't change. I know you're you and I am me. Why can't we let it be? 'Cause the love we have is all that really counts. Why don't we kiss and make up? Why don't you come on home? Come on home. Don't you think it's time, baby? Why don't you come on home? Come on home.
We are your home for New Country's Best. You can follow us on Twitter at that account at New Country's Best, my personal account at Tim Kelly on Air, and we just put Mr. Eric Grow on the air as well. That is called Lonely Days Without You. Video to that one went on today at ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Good stuff on the radio, I'm telling you. How about our good friend Mr. Don Gates? He's got his latest single out right now, and we're going to play it for the first time tonight. He is formerly from the state of Florida, but a couple of years ago made the big move to Nashville, Tennessee as well. Mr. Don Gates, his latest single is called I Am Calling on today's country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHSdenver.com.
I'm calling out for you. I need someone to rescue me. I'm on a lonely sea. I'm reaching out for you. I need something to cling to. I know the only thing for me. I am calling, can you hear me? I am reaching, will you touch me? If you show me, I will follow. I wouldn't worry about tomorrow. my soul. Eternally.
Here's what happens when you buy a cheap jingle. Indie Country Radio. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
Tires on the combine turning, knocking that green gold down. Almost time to quit working and take a little ride around. Checking out all the sweet things that spring up this time of year. Silver Queen and dogwood trees ain't all they grow around here. Never seen nothing so pretty when all the girls come out. They call it Cotton and Corn Row City, but we call it Sugar Town. And those kiss me smiles grow sweet and wild for country miles around here in Sugar Town. You might find them with their toes in the river, soaking up the sun on the dock. Evan Roots lined up, fish ain't biting, but that's the boys' favorite spot. When it gets a little bit hotter, they gotta jump in and cool down. Yeah, the crops ain't all that need water here in Sugar Town. Never seen nothing so pretty when all the girls come out. They call it Cotton and Corn Row City, but we call it Sugar Town. And those kiss me smiles grow sweet and wild for country miles around here in Sugar Town. Never seen nothing so dang pretty as when all the girls come out. They call it Cotton and Corn Row City, but we call it Sugar Town. And those kiss me smiles grow sweet and wild for country miles around here in Sugar Town. Woo-hoo-hoo. Sugar Town. Woo-hoo-hoo. Love that Sugar Town.
Your Nashville Universe Awards 2016 Male Vocalist of the Year. His latest single is called Sugar Town, and he is my good buddy, Mr. Tate Stevens. Had a great radio interview with him a few weeks ago. He is from a town in Missouri called Peculiar, but he's kind of a normal guy. I'm the peculiar one. We're talking to Amelia Presley tonight, though, and how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. Welcome to the program. Glad to have you tonight. I've been looking forward to speaking with you. We were just kind of reminiscing a little bit off the air before we got on, and been about 4 or 5 years since we've spoken. So, man, it's great to have you tonight.
It's been a hot minute. Thank you for inviting me back on.
You're welcome. Where are you calling in from tonight? I know you're from Texas, and you said you were on the road.
That's a great question. I never really know.
You never really know where you're at.
I don't really know where I am. I have to look at my GPS, but I'm somewhere between Dallas and Tyler right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I know where Dallas is. That's for sure. Been there many times. And so now, were you born and raised in Texas?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Uh-huh. Are we good?
Oh, now I can hear you.
There you go. Yeah, I was asking, were you born and raised in Texas?
No, I was actually born in Alabama, raised in Mississippi.
Okay.
I didn't move to Texas until like 3 years ago.
Okay. Well, you kept it in the South with that accent, that's for sure.
You know, everybody thinks I have an accent here. Nobody talks like I do, I guess.
Yeah.
They pretty, I don't know, I think they have like, it's kind of weird to describe. They don't have like a Southern accent. They have like no accent in Texas.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you sing like nobody else, and that's what intrigues me, and we have loved your music for quite some time, and got some new stuff that we want to play tonight for sure, and we want to talk about. Let me get on the right website. I got another interview coming up here in a little bit too, but now I got you. Says when you hear Amelia Presley sing, it's impossible not to hear profound sorrow wrapped in a soulful voice fraught with struggle and deeply buried secrets. Oh, we want to know more now.
You found my bio.
I did.
So many secrets.
Yeah. Tell us some secrets, man. We want to know the dirt.
It makes me sound so mysterious.
It does.
So my publicist actually wrote that up for me, and it was it was from a press release to promote Harm Nobody Else. And so I don't know if you do you want me to talk about the song now, or do you want to wait until you play it?
Well, I want you to talk about it because you have a story that if people don't know you and don't know who you are, you've got a great story to tell. And I didn't even know this because this news just come out. It was something that you just now are sharing, and it's changed your whole world, I know. So we want to talk about it a little bit. It's called "Harm Nobody Else," your brand new single, and tell us the reason behind the song and why that title.
Well, I appreciate you listening to it and reading a little bit about it and listening to my story. So when we last spoke, I had not said anything about this, and I had not said anything about my childhood until almost exactly a year ago. Gosh, it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but it was in November of last year. I finally had enough, and I came out and I told the whole story about my childhood. I was abused as a kid by my stepmother, and no one ever knew. There were a lot of people who were surprised because it was so well hidden, and a lot of people who weren't surprised, but they didn't realize how bad the abuse was. They just thought she was just mean to me. Mm-hmm. But it's crazy how I would have taken that to my grave, and it literally took one instance of just her bullying me again out of nowhere, and I lost it, and I said I'm not protecting her reputation anymore at the cost of me not being able to heal. And once I put it out there, and once I told what this song was about, it was like this huge relief. Like this whole part of me that I'd been trying to hide for so long and just got so good at hiding it, mm-hmm. to the point of like, I never even really talked about my childhood to people.
Yeah.
It's like it all became a part of me, and now I can talk freely about it. And I think it's really important to talk freely about it because there are people who need to know that it's okay to heal and to let that secret out, and that it's not the victims, it's not the survivor's burden, it's not their secret. You don't owe an abuser anything.
Yeah.
They made their bed, and you're not ruining their life by letting that secret out. You don't owe that to them. And what I've learned is that just being honest about it, and but mostly being honest about it with myself. That was the biggest thing. I have healed so much, and it was almost instantaneously. I went through, after talking about it in depth and kind of putting it all out there, I did go through some depression for about a month, and but once I came out the other side of it, it was just, the world was just brighter, and I know that I'm not done healing, and I know that I'm not done. I'm not done getting over a lot of the things, the issues that were caused by the abuse. But I've just come so far in my own personal journey.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Well, that's great, and like I said, I had no idea that this ever happened to you, and for you to have, be the brave type of person to tell this story and tell it through music. I think I looked up and you wrote this song in 25 minutes?
Yeah, that's how I write a lot of them, just because I'm very, when I'm writing, I'm stuck in an emotion, and if I don't get it out right then I just won't ever finish the song. So if it's not done within 20, 30 minutes, then I usually won't ever come back to that song.
Wow, that is amazing. I ask artists all the time, that write their own material, and we have a bunch of those on this program that we interview. Most of them write their own stuff, what their writing style is, and everybody tells me a little bit different story, and that's why I like to ask that question. And I've never heard anybody say that every song they can do it in 25 minutes or so, or they're never going to finish it. That I've never heard that, so that's interesting. Very interesting. Now, you're also a military veteran. You spent 5 years in the military. You're a mother. Congratulations on that. But thank you for your service. And what branch of the military were you in?
Oh, thank you. I was in the Coast Guard.
Okay, Coast Guard. That's an important service, man. I'll tell you what. I lived in San Diego for 4 years back in 86 to 90. And I was well familiar with the Coast Guard there because they do a lot of training there in San Diego. But, being there right on the ocean, there's a lot of things that happen that you need the Coast Guard right there.
Right,
so,
right.
And even especially now, they're fighting all these wildfires and everything in California. And it's just crazy with what's going on out there. So, yeah, our prayers and thoughts go out to those folks. And I moved away from there, like I say, about 30 years ago. And it was crowded back then. And I just... I didn't like the smog and all that, and the LA traffic and the San Diego traffic. So I kind of got out of California. But why did you pick the Coast Guard?
I took my ASVAB with the Army, and they seemed a little too eager to get me to sign papers right when they got my score back. I scored relatively high on the ASVAB, and so they were trying to get me to sign papers, and I was like, it seems like they're trying to get me to sign something that I don't want to sign. They were just the recruiter was a little too excited about it, and I talked to several other branches, and then the Coast Guard was the only one that I could not get a call back from the recruiter. They would not get me in for an interview, and so I just bugged the heck out of them because I was like, there must be people beating down the doors to get in the Coast Guard. There must be something to this. And finally, after I just bugged them to death and left so many voicemails with the recruiter, they were like, we're going to get you in here because you're very persistent. And so they brought me in for an interview, and they told me, I dropped out of high school, and I got my GED when I was a senior.
We have that in common.
got the old good enough degree, and
yeah.
And I was a single mother at the time, and and I didn't have enough college credit hours. I had 6 college credit hours, and I didn't finish that either. And so they were like, "You got a lot of things going against you, but we'll see if we can get a waiver for because they wouldn't let single mothers in." And they wouldn't let you in if you had a GED unless you had a certain amount of college credit hours. So I had all that going against me. And so the recruiter, he said, I'll try to get some waivers for you, but I can't make any promises. And he called me the next day, and he was like, they approved all the waivers. You're good.
Wow.
So, yeah.
That's awesome. Well, the reason I ask about the Coast Guard is because when I went to broadcasting school in San Diego, I drove right by Miramar where they did the Top Gun fighter pilot training for the Navy. Tom Cruise was in that movie back in '86, I believe it was. That's been a long time ago. It doesn't seem like it, but it has. But they trained right there and filmed a lot of the movie right there. And when I would go to broadcasting school, I would drive my car that had a sunroof on it, and I'd always pop the sunroof open, and those planes would fly right over your head. So I always thought that branch of the military,
that's awesome.
Yeah, the military would be awesome to fly those big fighter jets. But yeah, you picked the Coast Guard, and anytime you get in the air, though, there's a risk, and that's scary stuff. I don't know if did that ever scare you?
Actually, my first unit, I was at an air station, and I was going to go that route. I was training to be a rescue swimmer, and I got injured. After that unit, I was on boats. But I went up in a helo a couple of times at my first unit, and they did this one training with me where they left me. It was dark. They left me in the Pontchartrain, and it was in Louisiana, Lake Pontchartrain, in the dark, and then they flew off and left me, and then they did this a search pattern to try and find me again, and so I was just hanging out in the water, waiting for them to find me. Simulating rescue.
You're not going to believe this, but this is a true story of what just happened today. I've been thinking about doing this for a while. I found this new streaming service to create your own radio stations, and of course, the music that we play on here, I've got streaming 24/7. But, George Strait had 60 number one hits. But anyways, you could just make a whole radio station of George Strait songs. And so that's what I did today. And one of them's Adelaida, and he talks about, swimming the Pontchartrain in that song. And when you said that, that's exactly what I was doing today, was listening to that song here a little bit ago.
Oh, my gosh. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So that's interesting. But, hey, I'll tell you what. I want to play this song that you have called Harm Nobody Else here in just a moment. But I put the video to this that you made on ICTV, the TV channel that I have, too. It's called Indie Country Television. And
okay.
so that's going to play as a video and then the song. And, I just want you to be able to tell your story in more formats. And I've seen, too, that you've even done a podcast about it as well. Is that a one-time podcast, or is it a weekly thing, or what?
It started as a weekly thing, and I have not posted a new episode in a really long time. I need to, but I think there's about 4 episodes right now. But I have a lot more episodes planned out. I just haven't recorded them yet. I need to get on that.
Okay, well, hey, no problem. I missed a show last Friday, too, so it happens. We had some family and friends come in, and I ended up in Branson at the Hollywood Wax Museum hanging out with Johnny Cash and Willie Nelson, and that's no lie. Dolly Parton, too. So,
nice.
and I'm standing right by Dolly Parton, and I knew those weren't real, but they were made out of wax. That was what was weird.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they're made out of wax. So, she'll tell you the same thing if you ask her, well, if she can talk. I don't know. Her lips didn't move a whole lot, but everything else did. No, I'm just kidding.
All this time, I thought she was made out of mostly plastic, but I was wrong.
Yep, it's wax. So, anyway, and I still had to wear a mask standing next to her. That was weird. No. That's the only time you could take your mask off, was for pictures in there with all this COVID stuff going on.
Really?
Yeah. I want to play the song Nobody Else. It's going to tell your story, too, through the song. So the folks are going to get to hear that as well. And like I said, you can catch the video on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. We're with Amelia Presley, and if you can hang out just a little bit longer, we'll talk some more here in just a moment. This is called Harm Nobody Else from Amelia Presley.
This song's called Harm Nobody Else. I wrote this song as a way to heal myself from my childhood that took place in this house. I was abused mentally, physically, from the time I was 3 years old until I was about 16 by my stepmother, who actually legally adopted me. My papa didn't know. Nobody in my family knew because I got that good at hiding it. I didn't say anything about it until last year, and it feels like I can breathe. If you've been through anything like this, I want you to know you deserve to heal. Please find a way to heal. You have one life and you're here for a reason. That abuse is not your shame. It's not your burden. It's not your secret.
What you're wanting, you want me to bow down. Oh no, I won't. I'm broken. You've shattered the color window pane, but you put it back together, for they all see on Sunday. Pain makes me numb. I'm done. I'm not pretty. I don't deserve love. Stop crying. Bury your anger in your soul. Wear a smile, so nobody knows. Write a story. Now where your bruises came from. Oh, I said stop crying, like you're trapped in a cage. Oh, stop acting your age. Oh, I'm done. I'm laying down the gun. Take your depression. Don't harm nobody else. Now I'm a liar. I was taught to hide the truth. Oh, you burned down my youth, 'cause you couldn't love yourself. Used to flinch, but now I fight. You said all this all in my mind, and I'm sick, but I'm healing every day. Oh, I still feel the words you said, though I'm not the same. No, I'm done. I'm laying down the gun. Take your depression. Don't harm nobody else. Now I'm a liar. I was taught to hide the truth. Oh, you burned down my youth, 'cause you couldn't love yourself. Said I'm done. No, I'm laying down the gun. Take your depression. Don't harm nobody else. Said I'm a liar, 'cause I was taught to hide the truth. Oh, you burned down my youth, 'cause you couldn't love yourself. Now it's hard to love myself, but I don't harm nobody else.
Okay, let me stop it right there then, and we'll talk some more to Amelia Presley. She said it might be losing the connection or something, but I'm looking at the levels and everything's looking real good. So, hey, great song. Harm Nobody Else is the title of it, and folks, you need to go out and get that one. Now, we're going to play another one here in just a little bit that you did with a group called the Highway Sisters, and who's the other sister in that group? Can you hear me? Oh, I lost her. Let me call her right back here. Oh, she's calling me. Hello.
Hey, I think we got disconnected.
That's all right. I can hear you just fine now. There we go.
Okay, good.
I was going to play another song called Smoke and Mirrors here a little bit by a group that you were in called the Highway Sisters. Tell me, who's the other sister in the group?
So it's me and KK Bodiford, and we're still together. We just had a bunch of our shows were wiped out due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
But we actually have a show coming up here soon. I think it'll be like the one out of the whole year because everything else got canceled. But.
Yeah. You know, I was looking at your schedule. In fact, let me pull it up here real quick, your tour dates. And, yeah, I saw a bunch of them that got canceled. And you were kind of close to me. Now, I'm just 25 miles north of Branson, Missouri. But you were gonna be in Salina, Kansas, Park City, Kansas, Stillwater, Oklahoma, I guess, in August. Yeah, and I actually went to driving a pilot escort vehicle for a while, and I had to go to school in Stillwater, Oklahoma to get certified to do that. So. That's been a long.
I lost you again.
Oh, I'm still hear you. I still hear you. We still got you. If you can hear me. Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Yes. I hear you just fine. But yeah, there was a lot of tour dates that I saw that got canceled for you, and we lost her again. Well, don't you just love live radio? We will call her right back. Here she is again. And we're back.
Hey,
That's all right.
I'm not sure what's going on. I'm sorry. I think I keep losing you. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah. If you can hear me, we are still on the air. Everything's sounding good on your end right now. So, but yeah, you had a lot of tour dates and some of them close to me, and we've never met face to face. But I was just going to tell you, if you get anywhere close to Branson, Missouri, be sure to hit me up. I'd love to meet you in person. That'd be awesome.
I actually did. I did still do that Stillwater one, and then right after that, I went and did some shows with my friend Chuck Bersenio and his band in Springfield, Missouri.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how. I'm not sure how close that is.
Oh, I worked there. That's all. I'm 15 miles.
Oh,
I'm 15 miles from Springfield. So yeah, be sure to hit me up. Yep.
Okay.
Sure. Yep. So, the JQH, that's the big arena where all the big things happen. Alan Jackson actually was supposed to come here when COVID hit, and he had to postpone his. He's supposed to be back here now in February, I believe, of next year. So, that's the next biggest concert we're waiting on is Alan Jackson. So,
very cool.
Yep.
I hope that gets to happen.
Yeah, me too. Well, I tell you what, it's been a pleasure talking to you tonight and let you tell your story. I love to hear about everything that you got going on is fantastic because I've loved your music for some time. You have a unique sound, and your voice when you sing, you do not sound like anybody else, and that's what we're wanting to hear when I'm looking for new music, is somebody that's uniquely you, and you have that going on.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Tell us where folks can find you on social media. Okay, you broke up just a little bit right there. We might lose you again.
It's just at Amelia Presley Music.
Okay, gotcha.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Gotcha.
I must be driving through the boonies. I don't know what's going on. It's just at Amelia Presley Music on Facebook and Instagram, and I have a Twitter too. If you just search Amelia Presley, it usually pops up.
Okay, sounds good. It does every time I search in. I've been looking for you a lot this week, trying to find out a little bit more about you because we hadn't talked in a while. So this was great to be able to catch up with you tonight. We appreciate your time.
Well, thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Be safe going down the road, and you have a great night and a great weekend, and enjoy the fall colors too while you're out there on the road. We're starting to get them already here in the Branson area, and the Ozarks is beautiful this time of year.
It is green as can be right here.
Is it? Okay. Well,
yeah.
Well,
I would kill for some pretty colors.
It's coming. It was 38 degrees here last night, and we're going to be in the 30s or low 40s again tonight. So it is getting cool already.
Lucky.
Yeah. Well, thank you very much for your time, Amelia. Great to catch up. And we're going to play Smoke and Mirrors for a group you were with called the Highway Sisters. This is on KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
When my daddy said it's okay to be yourself, the only way, I see it's tried and know so true. Looking at the world outside in, there's a lot of playing, pretend, believing lies they live but they don't do. But really, who are you? I ain't smoking mirrors, I'm just what you see. I don't need a filter, I love myself as me. Yeah. When it's time, what will it be? Who are you, your legacy? I can't be any more clearer. No smoke and mirrors.
What's the point to make them think? Truth be told, you're gonna sink, and rising to the top means you're dead. It's a little fun for you now, but when your cover's blown up and out, lies run dry, no ego to be bad. Tell me, who are you then?
I ain't smoking mirrors, I'm just what you see. I don't need a filter, I love myself as me. Yeah. When it's time, what will it be? Who are you, your legacy? I can't be any more clearer. No smoke and mirrors. Don't your eyes hurt in the face of the fire? It blinds the soul, won't take you higher. Burning lies in the wrong direction. You're gonna cut yourself on your own reflection. I ain't smoking mirrors, I'm just what you see. I don't need a filter, I love myself as me. Yeah. When it's time, what will it be? Who are you, your legacy? I can't be any more clearer. I can't be any more clearer. I ain't smoking mirrors.
This hour of Today's Country with Tim Kelly is sponsored by OutHouseTickets.com, helping save the small venues. Small event venues have been entirely shut down due to COVID-19. Countless people have lost 100% of their income overnight. It's not only the performers and producers that are affected, thousands of jobs rely on the small venues to survive. Why not donate a few dollars today to help save the small venues and keep live music alive? Visit OutHouseTickets.com to donate today and save the small venues.
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
When a woman cries, it cuts right down to the bone, like a smooth but jagged stone. Yeah, it's deeper than you know, because a woman's heart, it's so tender down inside. There's been one too many guys who've let her down, then let her go, but she's an angel to her new man, 'cause no one loves her like he can. When she prays, all her sorrows melt away. He's the first man she can say that gets all her knots untangled. Not even wine makes her feel the way he does. From the vineyard to the blood, she's finally found her Savior. Oh, and only Jesus takes her pain away. When she prays, she's like a wild horse running on the ocean sands. When he holds her in his hands, yeah, life's waves can't slow her down, 'cause even troubled times, he's a shoulder she can cry on, the only friend she can rely on. When she needs to come unwound, he calls her angel. He's her new man, 'cause no one loves her like he can. When she prays, all her sorrows melt away. He's the first man she can say that gets all her knots untangled. Not even wine makes her feel the way he does. From the vineyard to the blood, she's finally found her Savior. Oh, and only Jesus takes her pain away. When she prays, yeah. Not even wine makes her feel the way he does. From the vineyard to the blood, she's finally found her Savior. Oh, and only Jesus takes her pain away. Yeah, and only Jesus takes her pain away. When she prays, when she prays.
His name is Cliff Waddell, and that is a great tune called When She Prays. We had a great radio interview last night, and I made a new friend. That gentleman is the real deal right there. Welcome to the second hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. I just had another great radio interview with Miss Amelia Presley, and boy, she is fantastic as well. And she was on the road a little bit, and probably has AT&T service like I do. I lose it all the time too. All I got to do is make a left turn anywhere in Branson, and they're like, "Why didn't you signal?" I'm like, "Well, I just lost signal. I was trying to get it back." No, that didn't work at all. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't work out there on the road very well, that's for sure. But we did get the interview done, and we were glad to have her on the program tonight. Big thank you to her. Go get her latest single called Harm Nobody Else. Amelia Presley is who she is. Now, coming up at 8:30 Central Time, I'll be talking to Miss Jenna Torres. So I'm looking at about 23 minutes. She is from New York City. It will be our second interview, and you're going to love her new music as well. Now, I had a great radio interview last night with Miss Molly Lovett. You got to hear her as well. She is from just outside of St. Louis, Missouri, and this is her latest single. It is called One Woman Show, and she said the reason that the song has this title is because everybody kept asking her, are you in a relationship? And she said no. So thus the song One Woman Show, because that's exactly what she is and what she puts on. Here it is right now on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
Broken hearts might get you down. Keep calm, carry on, pick up your crown. No, I ain't saying to get back on that horse. Take some time to find your shine. Raise the curtain, dim the lights. No more crazy days and lonely nights. I'm dressing up, taking the stage. Gonna be the star of this passion play. I'm rocking on my own, ain't picking up my phone. Pretty good at putting on a one-woman show. So get your tickets now before they sell out. It's just me, myself, and I laying low, being a one-woman show. Yourself for a little while, don't give up, it's not your style. Life and love can wait, all you need is a break. Take some time, enjoy your shine. Raise the curtain, dim the lights. No more crazy days and lonely nights. Brand new script to chase the dream. The time has come for a change. Sell out. It's just me, myself, and I laying low, being a one-woman show. I'm rocking on my own, ain't picking up my phone. Pretty good at putting on a one-woman show. So get your tickets now before they sell out. It's just me, myself, and I laying low, being a one-woman show. It's just me, myself, and here I go, putting on a one-woman show.
Today's Country. You can have it right now if you want it. It's got your name on it.
Today's Country. I can't give my love on a baby. No.
We got the hits. All the hits. Today's Country.
Broadcasting worldwide from his basement.
We've been cleared for takeoff.
You're listening to Tim Kelly
on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
I park my heart in a tollway zone. When things get hard, I just wanna get stoned with nobody around to watch me drown. If I'm gonna fall apart, I don't need a crowd. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here's just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, before. Lord knows I'll be here again, pouring them tall, where there's no last call. Just me and my four-legged friends all having a ball. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here is just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, I know you're gonna probably call Mama. If you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home. Yeah, I might be off the wagon, but as long as the tails are wagging, I'm alright. Yeah, I'm alright. So mind your own business, I gotta witness everything here's just fine. Don't be worried that I'm in a hurry to finish this bottle of wine. Yeah, I know you're gonna probably call Mama. If you do, let her know I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home. No, I ain't drinking alone, my dogs are home.
That is the latest single from Tara Thompson. That is called My Dogs Are Home, and there's a great video to that song. You can check it out on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. You will absolutely love it. Well, this next song is going to tell a great story. You cannot tell by the title. You would think it would be something totally different, the song that is. It is called I Fight With My Wife. The artist is Bobby Compton, but you're just going to have to listen to the song and let it tell the story. I was blown away by this when I received it this week. Bobby Compton and I Fight With My Wife on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
I'll never forget the day I got the news. The way I felt, the look on her face, so much to lose. I didn't know what to say or how God could let things happen this way. For the first time I was a broken man, and I was scared. And she was scared. She held my hand. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I couldn't go on life without her. Folded hands, I was praying it should be me, not her taken. Could this really be the end? How much time will she have as she fights for her life? I fight with my wife. If you were dying, or how would you look at life? Could you ever think about tomorrow? Could you sleep at night? I remember holding our baby girl. I remember how happy you were, and I remember the smile on her face, and I remember the first time she said she loved me. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I couldn't go on life without her. Folded hands, I was praying it should be me, not her taken. Could this really be the end? How much time will she have as she fights for her life? I fight with my wife. Could this really be the end? She's much stronger than I am. Please, God, don't take her. Give me the strength to be braver. We'll keep fighting like hell. Only time will tell as she fights for her life. My mind was racing, my heart pounding. I couldn't go on life without her. Folded hands, I was praying. It should be me, not her, taking. Could this really be the end? How much time will she have as she fights for her life? I fight with my wife. I fight with my wife.
Have you been injured in an accident or assaulted by some very loud music that comes out of your radio? If so, call the...
Skip ad. More nonstop country. Now.
You're listening to the 2016 Nashville Universe Awards Radio Network of the Year. Indie Country Radio. New Country's Best.
It's never tasted quite like this, burning down with every sip, innocence and inhibitions lost, crashing through my paper walls, taking over, take it all, oh to hell with consequence or cost. Oh, I'm already gone. So go ahead and wreck me now. Tear me to pieces, wear me down. Throw my defenses to the ground. Keep stealing my sleep. Go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby, it's so sweet. Oh, wreck me. You've tangled up and twisted me like these early morning sheets. No resemblance to the girl I was. And I can't get enough. So go ahead and wreck me now. Tear me to pieces, wear me down. Throw my defenses to the ground. Keep stealing my sleep. Go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby, it's so sweet. Oh, wreck me. I'm all in with all I am. Never even stood a chance. Baby, there's no going back. No going back. So go ahead and wreck me now. Throw my defenses to the ground. So go ahead and wreck me now. Tear me to pieces, wear me down. Throw my defenses to the ground. Keep stealing my sleep. Go on and make my heart a mess. I think you might be the death of me, but honestly, baby, it's so sweet. Oh,
That is the latest single from Miss Jamie O'Neal. Yes, the artist that sang There Is No Arizona. I think she was wrong about that. I have been there. It's pretty hot, though, and maybe not quite this time of the year, but I have seen there still are some triple-digit temperatures going on in Arizona, so maybe it is pretty hot. Absolutely. That song is hot. It is called Wreck Me, her latest single, and a great video to it you can check out on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. It is fantastic as well. Miss Macy Martin from the state of Texas is up next. This is called Me With You. Hey, it's Tim Kelly, Me With You, on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing new country's best.
A sandy beach on a sunny day, a real good book when it rains. I like to dip my fries in a chocolate shake. That's what I call a beautiful thing. I like a little bit of honey on my toast, but on top of the list of what I love most is you with me with you, the perfect one for perfect two, a golden dream, sugar sweet and true. That's me with you. That look in your eyes when you make me laugh is worth about $3 million. And I don't feel the cold when your coat's around my shoulders and all the leaves are falling in love. Your smile stays with me when I'm alone, but on top of the list of what I love most is you with me with you, the perfect one for perfect two, a golden dream, sugar sweet and true. That's me with you. We're like the notes in an old blue eye song. La da da da, la da 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 dee. You pick the key, maybe I'll play along. But you with me with you, the perfect one for perfect two, a golden dream, sugar sweet and true. That's me with you. That's me with you. That's me with you.
Another great young talent on this radio station. Her name is Macy Martin. She is from the state of Texas. That is called Me With You. And she's got another great song with a video attached to it called Back to Reality. That's video can be found on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net as well. Boy, I've been plugging that a lot tonight, but I love the videos with the songs. We love to see those stories in action, but we also love to hear them on the radio. And we're getting ready to hear another great story behind the song because we've got live with us tonight from New York City, Miss Jenna Torres. How are you?
I'm doing great. How's everybody?
Doing fantastic.
So nice to be back.
Oh, yes, it is. It's great to have you. It's been way too long.
It has, Tim. We had such a good time the last time.
Yes, we did.
I'm glad to get another chance to talk to you.
Well, I'm glad to have the time and to give you the time, and thank you for yours and the opportunity to do this again. We had such a good time last time, And
we sure did.
Boy, I just love talking to talented people like yourself.
Thank you.
you got it going on, I'll tell you. Let me pull up your bio here. I've got it on the other page here. There we go. From New York City to Nashville. Now, how did that happen for people that didn't hear our first interview?
Well, the way it happened was I was just kind of minding my own business here in New York City, not really thinking that any door like that would open for me. It was 9/11 had just happened. I was a recently divorced, single mom, figured I couldn't, kind of apply myself to music anymore. I had to go out and get a real job. And I ended up, it's a long story and I'm going to try to make it short. Basically, I got a job working in a vacant building after 9/11, and I wrote a bunch of songs, and those songs got heard by some people, and I ended up getting signed to Warner Music, which was an absolute miracle in my life. Mm-hmm. And because of a woman named Judy Stakey, who signed me to Warner, she said, you really belong in Nashville. And there I was, literally having kind of folded up shop and figuring that I would not have any opportunities left for me. And in fact, the door swung open, and I went down to Nashville for the first time. Mm-hmm. And the minute I have to say, the minute I stepped off the plane and breathed the air and felt the vibes, it was life-changing for me. I guess I felt like for the first time in my life, I was around other people who kind of felt like I did, thought like I did, dreamt in verses and choruses. Yeah. There's just kind of like a tribal understanding in Nashville. We don't even have to say it. It's just, we get it. We get each other. So, finding Nashville as a second home has been a real blessing in my life.
Yeah, that's amazing, and I have to agree with you. We've been there several times, going to award shows and different other shows of artists that we've played on the radio, getting to see them live in concert. There's just an aura about that town. When you go there, you automatically know, and especially walking down Broadway, you're in Music City. It is everywhere.
It is.
Maybe not so much now with COVID going on, but I hear that, things are starting to happen. It's starting to come back slowly. And that's the way it needs to, I think some of these places we opened up a little too quickly, obviously, with what's going on in the country. And now with our president, getting tested positive and the First Lady and everything. So, this thing is not to be taken lightly. We got to do what we got to do to get through this. But, it's really a sad thing to see what's happened to the different venues. And in fact, I'm doing a promo and a commercial on every live show for a place called OutHouseTickets.com. They're trying to raise money to save these small venues, because some of them, we're afraid if they go away, they may never come back. And that would be a shame, huh?
It would be a shame, and it's a real danger, because the economy of a tiny little venue like that really depends on people being inside the building, and until we can fill up those rooms again, it's so hard to think of how they're going to survive. So God bless Outhouse Tickets, or that's pretty cool. I definitely think that sounds like a worthy cause.
Yeah, he hit me up and he asked me, he said, hey man, would you make me it was started out as a logo swap. I was going to put his logo on our website, and he said he would put ours on there. And I told him, hey, I'll do you even one better. I'll make you a promo radio spot for that, because
That's
I think
awesome.
It's a really neat thing that they're doing, trying to save those small venues.
It is such a worthy cause. And, unfortunately, musicians really depend on, venues being open so that we can, get out there and share what we have to share, but also so that we can survive. Yeah. So it is such an important thing to try to support.
Yeah. And it's just that way with every business. 30 years ago, I managed a retail store, and I had my own store back in 1991. They moved us to Pratt, Kansas. I didn't like the little town, but loved being in the retail business and helping customers every day. Well, you sell gas out front to get them into the store to buy other things. So, Nashville provides these venues of music and these artists to come in here and make a little bit of money so they can sell their food and their drinks and things like
That's
that.
Right.
And, and everybody gets together and has such a great time doing it. And music helps folks, man. We need live music now more than ever, I think.
Oh, I completely agree. I feel like music is kind of an essential nutrient. People have, we need food, we need water, but somehow or another music also helps to inspire and heal and make us feel good and lift our spirits and kind of ease our pain. It does a lot of things, music. It's really good for people. So, I think it's important to support music.
It eases real physical pain now. I know last time we talked, it's been a while, but we've had this listener ever since from almost day one of when I got into internet radio. Her name's Lula Bradbury. She's in our chat room right now from Indianapolis, Indiana. Maybe about 6 weeks ago it's been now. She had a pretty bad fall. She broke her leg and it even pierced outside the skin. She broke it that bad, and so she's had real physical pain and therapy and everything that goes with it. She just turned 83 last month. She's in our chat room right now, and she loves to come in and hear this kind of music because she's the biggest indie artist supporter that I know on this planet that I've met yet. And this music is truly therapeutic to her, and she absolutely loves it, like nobody I've ever seen. So we wish her well and hope she gets well real soon.
Get well, Lula.
Yep, absolutely. Now, let me ask you this, too, Jenna. At what point in time from being a songwriter did somebody tell you had the vocals to make the music that you make, or did you just know that it was a God-given talent? Because you have that part of it going on too, not just the writing part.
Well, actually, it's really the other way around. I started out as an artist, but I really only have. I consider myself a songwriter who sings more than a singer who writes songs. So I need to sing my song. I think that is really what propelled me to sing from the very beginning. I needed to be heard. There's some part of me that felt like no one was listening, I guess. And so, songs are just the perfect vehicle for emotion. It makes it possible to say things that you might not be able to say face to face. So, songs became like a safe haven for me, a place where I could really pour my heart and soul out and get my point across and, potentially be heard in a beautiful way. Because when you add music to words, there's something of magic about that combination that just kind of has the ability to reach deep into people and really connect. So, I did start out as an artist. When I got signed to Warner and I was a single parent, it was ideal because I figured, well, just write the songs. You can't really go out and perform them. You're raising a small child and stuff like that. So it seemed like a good idea at the time to just kind of put my artist hat to the side. But I think if you talk to any sort of singer-songwriter, they'll tell you that you can only just sort of push that aside for just so long before it comes back and takes you again, I ended up just having to sing my own songs, and so here I am, and I'm enjoying it so much. I love to sing my songs. It really satisfies me.
I've been loving your music for a while. I tell you, One Good Outlaw, and you got Heart on Wheels, 22. There's some good music out there that you've been making. And let me ask you this, though, as a female artist, and you can even throw in some male names, but who are some artists that we would know that have inspired you over the years to keep making the music that you make, or that you maybe wanted to be like growing up?
Well, I've been around for a while. I'm not a brand new girl. So, some of my influences go way back, but I guess, Dolly and the Eagles and, I don't know, Richie Havens. I mean, there's some sort of deep, influences, I think, in my music. It comes from, the stuff that I heard as a child, I guess, and really just loved and was excited by.
There you go. That's all good stuff. Gentleman in our chat room wants to say hello to you. Good friend of mine, has been for some time. His name's Don Swartz. He said
hello, Don.
Yeah. Last time he saw you was at Douglas Corner, I believe.
That's right. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
It's so you showed up, Don. He said he was coming, so I saw that on Facebook. That's
he's
awesome.
in here.
Welcome to the party.
Yep. Oh man, it's a good party. We have met Don in person, and we used to work together on another radio station we did back at Music Road Radio. So
is that right?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
We're gonna do some great things to this station now with Don's support. So we love having him and Southern Trace songwriters on board. So good stuff there. Now,
fantastic.
Now, you got a brand new single that I just got to play it probably about maybe 2 weeks ago, getting ready for this interview. It just came out not too long ago, called Wild Thing. How did this thing come about? I love it.
Well, honestly, I think, they say that you don't always write about what you have, you write about what you long for. And I frequently write about what I hope to have, not necessarily what I have in the moment. Mm-hmm. And, I'm just a girl who takes a lot of chances, I think, in terms of, just trying and trying again and trying again. I'm not a quitter. I've noticed that.
Yeah.
Even when I kind of feel like there's nowhere left to go, somehow or another, I just, I'm your basic Phoenix type of girl. I'll just rise up and try again. Yeah. And this song was really born out of that kind of inspiration. I feel like I really have a longing to be accepted for who I am. And I think women in general have a lot to offer. And a lot of times I think it's a little intimidating to be your full self. You want to make people happy. I was raised in a time when pleasing people was really important. But I've learned that it's more important to make yourself happy mm-hmm. than to, kind of make everybody else happy. Sometimes you just kind of have to figure out who you are. And in this process of growing up and discovering myself, I really have learned that there's a whole lot to me. And I want to make sure to honor all of me. And this song is really about a guy taking a chance on a girl who's a whole lot to handle, but a whole lot to hold. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it's about love, really. Love and taking a chance on love.
That's awesome. That's why I love doing these interviews, man. It's the stories behind the songs. I look at the title of a song. I just played one that was called Fight With Your Wife. And,
that song, I was crying.
Did you hear that? Yeah. Isn't that something?
Beautiful. It's so powerful.
I just had a gentleman reach out to me on our Facebook page this week and send me that. And, when I look at the title of a song, I'm like, okay, what's this going to be about? This is a knockdown drag out. And it just, it got to me. Yeah.
It got to me too. I did want to say one thing that, there's a video to Wild Thing and I'm really excited to share it. It comes out on Friday, October 9th, which is coming right up. Okay. And so I hope that you'll share that with people too when the time comes.
You better be sure I get that link because I sure will. I've got this thing I call CMT for the Indies. It's called ICTV, Indie Country Television, and we would love to have it on there. So awesome. be sure I get the link for sure. I'll definitely add it. Let's play it right now on the radio, and then we'll come back and talk some more and play another great song from Jenna Torres on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
She's dancing along to the dreams in her head. You come up slowly, close as you can get. You smell her perfume like roses and rain. You find the courage to ask her name. She smiles like she knows you, though you haven't met. You're hoping to hear your name on her breath. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You're riding a dove with eagle's wings. When you take a chance on a wild thing, the canyons will echo, the earth it will shake, as all of your preconceived notions will break. she'll open your mind, and you'll wonder why it took you so long to belong to the sky. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You'll be riding a dove with eagle's wings when you take a chance on a wild thing. She'll draw you in body and soul, make you a believer, make you a believer. Once you've had a taste of her gold, you'll want her and need her, want her and need her. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You'll be riding a dove with eagle's wings when you take a chance on a wild thing. When you take a chance on a wild thing, you risk it all just to hear her sing. You'll be riding a dove with eagle's wings when you take a chance on a wild thing. When you take a chance on a wild thing.
Wild Thing is over. We're back on the air. That's Jenna Torres, her brand new single. It is fantastic. Got to go get that one, folks, and we'll talk about your social media and where they can find it here in just a little bit. But we've been playing catch up off the air and having a good time talking. But, you know, and I was telling you, you know, you've had to reset a few times. I call it maybe for me hitting the pause button. I've done that a time or two. I took a year off here just recently. So, but you know, with COVID-19, I got to thinking, you know, people still need to listen to this music because they're, you know, just because they aren't being able to perform in the live venues, they're still getting into the studios, and you're doing it too and making songs like this. And I'm like, they got to hear this music. And so here we are again.
Yes, well, I completely agree. And frankly, you know, I was telling you that I was in New York. I arrived on March 6th intending to go right back to Nashville. And that's when, you know, the storm just hit. And New York was hit very hard, you know, just comparatively. At that moment, we got hit with the hammer. And I really couldn't leave for quite some time. It was serious, you know, quarantine here. Yeah. And I was thinking, well, gee, you know, is there any point in making music, you know, for a couple of months there? And then, you know, something just woke me up and said, absolutely. You know, plus I had recorded a lot of music over the last year, and I couldn't let the music just be buried, you know, under sorrow and hardship and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I think when people are in pain and are suffering, it's a great time to bring music into their lives because it does lift our spirits. It really does something, you know, to us.
Well, that's true, you know, and in about any situation that we get into, we think of a song, you know, back of, you know, or we'll hear it again on the radio somewhere down the road, or maybe be shopping in a retail store once things opened up and we hear that song playing through the speakers in the store or something, and it just brings back those flood of memories of why we love music so much, and, you know, where we were when we were, you know, with our husband or wife that we met because of that song, or it was played at our wedding, or, you know, it's just on and on.
It is. It's true. Music is definitely connected to memory. Like, you know, it brings back memories for sure. I agree.
Now, you have a daughter, and she just had a birthday. I saw on social media.
Actually, you know what? That wasn't a birthday. What was that? That was National Daughter's Day.
Oh, that's
However,
it. That's it. Okay.
She does have a birthday on Tuesday, so you're not far off.
Well, there you go. Even better. She's an October baby. She is. Mine's the 11th.
Oh, mine's the 6th. And she's just the most wonderful girl in the world. So
that's awesome.
I'm very blessed. Yeah.
Well, see, there you go. Happy birthday, happy Daughter's Day, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
So, and let's talk a little bit about that, and we hear so much about women in country music not getting enough airplay on country radio. You being a woman in this industry, how do you feel about that, and what would you like to see changed? And I'm trying to make those changes. I mean, I'll give you guys 50-50, if not more, on the radio station.
Well, I think there is so much amazing music that is created by women. And, I'm not sure what it is that, made this world a male-dominated world, but in my opinion, the things are shifting and changing. And to give women 50% of airtime, I think, is absolutely fair and just and right, and it should happen all across the board. And if it did, I think it would really enrich people's lives, because women have a lot to say, and we do speak from the heart. So,
Well, I'll tell you one thing about you ladies: you can hit the notes that us guys can't hit. I'm just just throwing that out there.
Well, and not only that, but we have a different perspective, and I think it's important for women. I think women are often misunderstood. So if you really want to understand us, listen to our songs, because we pretty much lay it all out on the line when it comes to how we feel and how we think.
Well, and it's always been said about women, that they're more emotional. Well, that's what songs are full of, is emotion. And
that's right.
When you got a singer-songwriter that's a female, man, you better look out, because it's going to happen, and it's happening with you right now. So that's good stuff too.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, let me ask you, I don't know if you've been doing a lot of shows in the last, year or two since we talked, and obviously with COVID, things have kind of calmed down. But what would be your dream gig if you were able to open for somebody,
oh my goodness,
male or female, and you can bring them back from the dead, either living or past?
Oh!
Who would we get up on stage with or open for? Who would be a couple of names that you'd throw out there at us?
You're going to just stump me. But, I honestly, that's a really hard question for me to answer.
That's all right. It's a curveball. I mean, you can catch it right out of the dirt.
I mean, I saw, because I don't know, whether I'm worthy to open for this one or that one, but there's so many great artists that I truly love. And I don't know, some of them are still here, some of them are gone. I guess Tom Petty would be one of them.
Oh, nice.
I'm a big Tom Petty fan. And
I'm with you on that one.
I love him. Yeah.
Yep.
And, that would do. I'd take a Tom Petty gig.
That is cool. I love it. I started out DJing 80s music. I went to broadcasting school in the 80s, so it was the Whitney Houstons, the, Chicago, REO Speedwagon, all those good 80s bands for me. So here a while back, I did an interview with Mercy Shine, and I was talking to them about that, and one of the gals that promotes them real heavy, she goes, you ought to start an 80s station. And actually, I had an 80s station. It was called The Big 80s Show that I did on on Spreaker before I got into country. And so when I went into country radio, I mean, I love it too. But I brought back the 80s through this format called Zeno. It's Zeno. And if you just download the Zeno app and look up the Big 80s, you'll see my station on there.
Oh, I'm going to check it out for sure.
Yeah, lots of great 80s music. And I think I got Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers in there. So
that's good.
Love that band. Yeah, there we go. Well, let me ask you this. I'll throw you another curve and make you think a little bit. What was the first concert, and it doesn't have to be country, who was the first person or group that you saw in concert?
I saw the Allman Brothers.
Okay.
When I was just a tiny little thing. I actually got it, I had to sneak out of the house and go to the Fillmore East, and that's who I saw.
That's awesome. Where at?
Yeah. The Fillmore East.
Fillmore East. Where?
Yeah.
New York?
Which is in New York City.
New York City.
Yep.
Okay, I have never been there. I have. I'm an old man, but I've never been east of Nashville. I got to get out of this.
Oh my goodness.
I got to get out of the basement down here more often.
Well, I had a fake ID and I snuck in, and it was really exciting.
Well, there you go. Snuck in.
Yeah, I did. Yep.
I've snuck into a few posing as a DJ. They threw me right out the door. No.
No, you're the real thing, Tim.
I'm just kidding.
You really are. I mean, honestly, it's so great to talk to you because you got this gig down.
Well, thank you. All the time I did in the 80s music, though, and everything that I did in that genre, my first country music concert was in Ardmore, Oklahoma. David Ball and Wade Hayes opened for Tracy Lawrence.
Wow.
And
that's a good one.
The 90s country, man, I mean, that was some good stuff and still is. I listened to a lot of that. And Tracy Lawrence still has a radio show. It's syndicated called Honky Tonkin' with Tracy Lawrence, and he's playing some of his new music. He's got a new song out right now, which is really good. And he's bringing in guys like Sammy Kershaw and different ones from the 90s like that. And, you know, they sit down and interview like we're doing. And, man, I love listening to that 90s music. It was a great decade for country, that's for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, that's like what really got my interest up in country was when the guys from Oklahoma like Garth Brooks and Toby Keith and Vince Gill, who was hosting, he did, I think, 13 CMA awards in a row hosting. And, you know, they were coming up in the 90s and getting noticed. And now, you know, 20 years in the business, maybe almost 30. It doesn't seem like it's been that long, but those are those are legends now.
Oh, yeah, they are. You know? They are legends. I mean, Vince Gill is just, what a beautiful soul.
Yeah, absolutely. And his wife, Amy Grant, love her music, too.
Me too.
Now, your next single that we're going to play, and before we do it, I want to ask you where folks can find you on social media.
Okay. Well, it's just like Amelia said, if you just Google Jenna Torres, it's going to come up pretty much all over the place. But on Facebook and Instagram, it's Jenna Torres Music. And I'm pretty much, you know, in all those different places, and it's really easy to find me.
Okay.
And like I said, I have a video coming out on October 9th, which I'm super excited about. So it's a video to Wild Thing, which you just heard. Mm-hmm. And then I have a full album coming out. The next single will be out in November, and then the full album will be out in January.
Awesome. Well, be sure to hit us up with that video link because I sure want to put that on there. You know, I got this thing logged up with about 400 videos right now, and they just run continuously, and there's some good entertainment on there. What I like to do, and it's my channel, is just start that thing and let it run because I don't know what's coming up next. I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember putting that one on there, but man, I need to play that one on the radio more often.
Yeah, you surprised yourself.
So,
that's
great. You really
I
do, and there's just so much talent out there. You know, and this is one thing that I want to ask you because you're one of the few artists that I interview that's from New York City. What's that like in getting inspiration to write music? I mean, does a lot of it come from your surroundings there and where you live, or do you have you been to so many other places or something like that that's where you get it?
You know what? I've always been a person who kind of lives. It's not that I don't live in the physical world, but I'm an emotional person. So my environment is really how it feels, how things feel. And I write from my feelings. You know, I feel stuff and then I write about it. And, you know, my heart and soul are connected to my songs. So in my experience, like people are people, no matter where you go. And New York is a different kind of a heartland, but it is a heartland just the same. You know, there are millions and millions of people and stories in this town. And I just tune in to the vibes, to the people, to the hearts and souls, because people's stories are, you know, the human experience and the human experience, the human journey. It's just, it happens no matter where you go. And that's what I love about music. It's a universal language. It talks to people from all walks of life, from every place in the world, New York, Nashville, you know, Missouri, wherever you are.
You got it.
It's a language that transcends a lot of the crap that keeps us from understanding how similar we really are.
You're exactly right. You know, I've said this a million times. You do not have to be in Nashville, Tennessee to make this great country music. You can hook up with some great studio musicians, go into a professional studio, and a lot of them have home studios. You know, I've done some interviews here recently where I asked this one, Brittany McLam here a while back, I said, where did that song come from? She said it was from this guy's home studio. and in his backyard, and I was like, you got to be kidding. So it comes from everywhere with the technology we have now, not just Nashville.
It does. It's true. Although I have to say that I've been recording exclusively in Nashville for many years now, because there is something about that town, the players, the people, the vibes that just isn't really like anything else. But so the music that you hear that I did make in Nashville, and it is a special place to make music if you ever get the chance to do it.
Oh, so, it is. I agree with you on that. We've been down Music Row, and I just love going down there, and you see these neat old historic, 2-story homes. You think that's what they are, but they're professional recording studios inside. And
that's right. There's magic in the inside.
That's where it happens. Absolutely.
Yep. Exactly.
Well, I tell you what, keep making the magic. We love what you got going on, and the new song Wild Thing, we're going to keep playing it. It's going to do very well. And you got another one that I've loved for a while called Heart on Wheels. Tell us about that one, and then we'll wrap up the interview. We appreciate your time.
Well, that song, that's a heartbreak song. Particularly I think if you're in music or you fall in love with somebody who's always on the road, it's a tough ride, and it's a tough thing to keep it alive and keep it going. And this song was, kind of a tribute to that experience.
Well, I absolutely love it, and love what you got going on, and you are welcome back here anytime. Send us that video to Wild Thing, and when you come up with some more Wild Things, let us know, and we'll do this again, huh?
Thank you so much for having me, Tim. I really, really appreciate it.
You are most welcome, Jenna Torres.
Stay well.
You too. And you and your daughter, and you guys live your best life, and keep making the great music that you make.
You as well.
Hit pause once in a while, but keep going. All right.
All right. You bet I will.
All right. Heart on Wheels. Jenna Torres on Today's Country. KICR. Indie Country Radio.
Bye, everybody.
Yeah. KUHSdenver.com. That was a great night.
Knew it right from the beginning. Can't hitch a ride on a rolling stone. Can't throw a lasso around the moon or make a moving target home. I didn't want to hear it, but you said it from the start. You were good for a good time, but the leaving would be hard. How can I tell my lips they can't keep your kiss? How can I tell my heart not to feel? How can I hold on to a random man when you got your heart on wheels? Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels. You and me tangled in the sheets. You picked a rose, I picked a tumbleweed. If I knew then what I know now, I would have wished you Godspeed. How can I tell my lips they can't keep your kiss? How can I tell my heart not to feel? How can I hold on to a random man when you got your heart on wheels? Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels. Heart on wheels. Heart on I watched you pull on out of here, down that long, dusty highway, knowing you'd be going everywhere. But will you come back my way? What I gave you, I can't take back. You know it's yours to keep. But will you ever be the one to come on home to me? Oh,
Another hour of the best in new country starts now on Indie Country Radio, New Country's Best.
You're a good cry when I'm driving home. Oh, the radio's playing the right sad song. You're a smile that appears on my face. My heart speeds up when I drive by your place. All the laughs we had, all the time we spent, was looking back now over where it went. Do you wish you still had it back? Am I a sunny day, blanket on the grass, picnic basket, I hear you laugh, love to hear you laugh. Or is it clouding up, starting to rain, all of a sudden you remember the pain that I caused you? I wish I never caused you. Only question now is why. And do I ever cross your mind? What kind of memory am I? I can still see your face. I remember my arms around your waist. I remember how a kiss was never enough. How we said we'd always be in love. You're a first for this, I'm a first for that. Now I don't even know where you're at. I'm starting to question just what we had. Sunny day, blanket on the grass, picnic basket, I hear you laugh, love to hear you laugh. Or is it clouding up, starting to rain, and all of a sudden you remember the pain that I caused you? I wish I never caused you. Only question now is why. And do I ever cross your mind? What kind of memory am I? Only question now is why. And do I ever cross your mind? What kind of memory am I?
His name is Donovan Lee Carpenter. That is called What Kind of Memory Am I? A good one, I hope. And welcome to the third hour of Today's Country with yours truly, Tim Kelly, hosting the show. And we just had a fantastic interview with Jenna Torres from New York City. I miss talking to her. Man, we could have kept going for a while, ladies and gentlemen. She is fantastic. Check her out at jennatorres.com. You will absolutely love her music, and go out and get her latest single called Wild Thing. Well, I tell you what, I love the women of country music, let me tell you. After I took home in 2016 on November the 7th, I will never forget that night, Radio Station of the Year and Radio Personality of the Year from the Nashville Universe Awards, this young lady hugged my neck that I'm getting ready to play right now. Her name is Risa Binder out of Nashville, Tennessee. She spent all of 2016 touring with Mr. Ronnie Millsap on his farewell tour. This is a great tune from Risa Binder called Pretty, and she is, by the way, on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
I never fit in school. I wasn't wild, I wasn't cool. Got lost in the crowd, far from standing out. I stayed in on Friday nights, alone with my thoughts, trying to write a song for people just like me. Someone that no one sees. This is for the ones who don't feel pretty.
country tunes on the radio.
Get it. Today's country.
Country lives right here. Country is what we do. Today's country.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSDenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country. New country.
When you're standing on the edge, you're about to fall. Try to keep your chin up high while you lost it all. When the work you've done ain't realized, it feels like you've been in disguise. Hardest time it's ever been, you tell yourself it's just a dream. Farmer Joe was counting on the rain. He might lose it all, but he ain't got no one to blame. He says, son, have faith, I believe. The little boy gets on his knees and whispers, Rainmaker, please show us your presence and bless us with a little bit of Rainmaker, please. Been gone too long, I think it's time you sing us your song. 4 a.m. he wakes up to the sound of sweet raindrops falling on the ground. Chills are running through his bones as he realizes he's not alone. 7 years ago today, his little boy had passed away. Rainmaker, please show us your presence and bless us with a little bit of Rainmaker, please. Been gone too long, I think it's time you sing us your song. Rainmaker, please show us your presence and bless us with a little bit of Rainmaker, please. Been gone too long, I think it's time you sing us your song.
His name is Daniel Wesley. He is from South Africa. You can check him out at Daniel Wesley Africa, and the video to Rainmaker is on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Music from all over the world. We hit the play button, we send it right back out to the world. That one will go out to Indianapolis, Indiana, and Miss Lula Bradbury by request. Good stuff on the radio. Let's play another great song. I'm loving this one. His name is Tyler Braden. This is called Love is a Dead End Road on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio. Also syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSDenver.com.
Thought it was finding someone that was just like me, wanting college football up on the big screen every Saturday all through fall. But no, love is a dead end road. Thought it meant she'd pick a guitar, shoot pool with the boys in a smoky old bar room, and go back without a second thought. But love is a dead end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines behind the river all the way to our house, where family Love is a dead end road. Thought I had it all planned out, who she'd be, where we'd be. Now one right, wrong turn. As it turns out, this old boy found that love is a dead end road on the outskirts of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to see her high school love take my little girl's hand. White dress, wedding bells, and daddy's last dance, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. We got her hand to hold. Love is a dead end of our hometown, where the blacktop turns into gravel drive sounds. Pines line the river all the way to our house, where family and friends, they all gather round to tell daddy goodbye just one more time. Tears shed for one hell of a life, where you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. Oh, you thank God it didn't turn out how you thought. We got her hand to hold. Love is a dead end road. Love is a dead end road.
This is where country music lives.
Let's start the music.
We're the people's favorite. Show the world you love your country. Delivering a much-needed neck punch to the status quo.
What does that even mean?
That means, in addition to the variety you've come to expect, you'll also hear songs like this.
What happens in the country stays in the country.
And this.
So I'm gonna fight for your love. Show you everything this man is made of.
And this.
Ain't nobody gonna kill my beach vibes.
Thank you for listening to Indie Country Radio, New Country's best.
I've been a bad girl. I'm not doing much right now. I've been a sad girl, waking up when the sun goes down. I'm chasing demons, searching for meaning. Does everything really happen for a reason? Before I fall apart, I get this feeling that some poor angels on my shoulder holding it down, calling a Hail Mary, trying to get me back on the holy ground. I'm hell-bent on hanging my halo up for now, but them poor angels on my shoulder holding it down, holding it down, holding it down. It's been a good time. Yeah, I'll give the devil his due, but it's a fine line when everyone turns their back on you. They say I'm needing a little healing. I'm on my knees, am I just talking to the ceiling? Before I fall apart, I get this feeling. Some poor angels on my shoulder holding it down, calling a Hail Mary, trying to get me back on the holy ground. I'm hell-bent on hanging my finally got my life turned back around. I'm hell-bent on keeping my halo on for now, with that poor angel on my shoulder holding it down, holding it down, holding it down.
She is an alumni from NBC's The Voice. Team Blake all the way from Kansas City, Missouri. Our good friend Miss Cassie Joy and her latest single, Poor Angel, video to that great song on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Well, you know we love Kansas City. I say go Chiefs. Today was Red Friday, so yeah, I got out of the basement today. We showcased our Red Friday gear and wearing our Chief stuff, and I got the Mahomes tattoo on my arm and everything like that. We went to Cracker Barrel today and got to eat out at a restaurant in Springfield, Missouri. And I'll tell you what, their soup is really, really hot, but if you wear your mask while you're eating it, hey, it's not so hot. Maybe they got something figured out there, too. Mr. Jake Worthington is up next from season number 6 of NBC's The Voice. Team Blake all the way to the semifinals. His latest single, Hell of a Highway, on Today's Country from KICR, Indie Country Radio, and KUHSdenver.com.
Had my thumb stuck in my back pocket. Watched you backing up out of the drive. And I just sat down, looked, there she goes. As you drove into a sunset sky, said I'd give you all the space that you wanted. Just didn't know that you want so much. So tonight I'm playing my guitar, and I'm crying like a country song. Sitting here staring out the window, wondering how do you ever get so gone? Must be one hell of a highway you're on. I bet you're blowing by billboards and exit signs. Got that thing set on cruise control. You know you never said where when you said goodbye. Just went burning down a downhill road. That old Toyota of yours ain't no race car. Don't know how you got so far so fast. So tonight I'm playing my guitar, and I'm crying like a country song. Yeah, I'm sitting here staring out the window, wondering how do you ever get so gone? Must be one hell of a highway you're on. So tonight I'm playing my guitar, and I'm crying like a country song. I'm sitting here staring out the window, wondering how do you ever get so gone? Must be one hell of a highway you're on. Oh, must be one hell of a highway you're on.
Hey everybody, this is Adam Grant, and you're listening to Today's Country with my good buddy Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country and KUHSdenver.com.
Hey, I'm country.
Well, I've been stomped by bulls, damn near lost my cool. Well, I don't need no sympathy, all night riding intensity, come on. This misery Texas gonna take its toll, send me on my way. Well, I've been somewhat cheated, just a little bit mistreated. I've been up and down, round and round tonight. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To kill the pain and sorrow of a rodeo, I just can't call mine. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To Tulsa, there won't be no do-si-do. And I can dance on Friday. Doctor says I've got to take it slow. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. To kill the pain and sorrow of a rodeo, I just can't call mine. So when I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. When I leave here tomorrow, there'll be women, whiskey, and drinking on my mind. Women.
Yeah, we're having a good time in the live chat room and dancing in our chairs. Even me, I'm right behind the mic. Got the best seat in the house. You guys got the second best seat. Live chat room on Spreaker. That is SPREAKER.com. Search KICR Indie Country Radio in that little gray box up at the top, and you will see we are live on Thursdays and Friday nights at 7 p.m. Central Time, and I mean right on the dot. Come in and say hello to yours truly and request your favorite indie country music. If we don't have it, we'll get it. And if you have it, send it to me. I'll play it. Our email address is indiecountryradio@yahoo.com. Mr. Matt Snell is up next. This is a great tune called Everywhere But On. Right now, it's on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com, playing New Country's best.
It's a big old world outside this little town. Thought that's all I needed to drown you out. It was gonna be easy. It was supposed to be easy. Put some days, put some miles in the rear view. A few state lines between me and you. Just a little space and time and I'd be fine. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you. But looking back, guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I've moved everywhere but on. My mail's still going to Mama's house, 'cause I'm still long gone trying to figure out who I am without you, and why I still think about you. Just biding my time, making ends meet, loading trucks, pouring coffee, pouring concrete, planning my next move. getting over you, yeah. But I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you and looking back. Guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. If I had it my way, this old highway would've fixed me up somehow, would've led me home by now. I've been from Savannah to Long Beach, trying to keep your memory out of reach. But there you were in the Delta nights, the Santa Fe sun, the Colorado sky. I could add another push pin to the map, but that don't stop me from missing you and looking back. Guess it's just one place I haven't gone. I moved everywhere but on. I moved everywhere but on.
New and exciting.
Broadcasted live from Spreaker.com and iHeartRadio.
It's been a while since we changed things up. Don't it feel like we're stuck in a rut? I'm tired of doing the same old routine. Feels like life's on repeat. You know what I mean? Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us, leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone, get lost. Oh, get lost, yeah. Let's fill up your old truck and burn it down. Leave some fresh tire marks on the edge of this town. Dust off an old mixtape labeled Strawberry Wine. I'm cruising under that hot July moon until it no longer shines. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us, leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone and get lost in each other's touch back, where love was enough, like 2 kids at 17. Let's get lost down on a back road, somewhere our phones don't know where we're at, and just like that, every worry fades into the past. Get lost, just the two of us, leave the day-to-day in a cloud of dust. Ain't nothing here worth holding us back. I don't wanna get found, let's get gone, let's get lost. Let's get lost.
I've been told that a time or two. Her name is Alicia Eichel, and that is her latest single called Get Lost. Had a great radio interview with her just a few weeks ago. Well, I haven't interviewed this gentleman in a while. It's about time we set up another one. I'm going to have to reach out to him. He is my good buddy from Gilmer, Texas. 2016 Video of the Year for this song called Dancing in the Rain. Mr. Darren Morris from the Darren Morris Band on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio and syndicated on KUHS Denver at KUHSdenver.com.
She can smell those storm clouds rolling in. Takes my hand and gives me a grin. Sticks out her tongue to catch a drop or two. Makes her laugh so I do it too. She likes dancing in the rain. Spinning around in that white sundress. Her shoes kicked off and her hair a mess. Yeah, the neighbors stop and stare. They think she's crazy, but she don't care. She likes dancing in the rain. She likes dancing in the rain. Holding hands on that front porch swing. Lightning flashes across the sky. I see that sparkle in her eye. She likes dancing in the rain. Lying there next to me. The wind and the rain blowing through the trees. She gives me a wink and then a kiss. I wish every night was just like this. She likes dancing in the rain. She likes dancing in the rain. Holding hands on that front porch swing. Lightning flashes across the sky. I see that sparkle in her eye. She likes dancing in the rain. Now other girls may want all kinds of things. Fancy cars and shiny rings. I'm not saying that she wouldn't care for those things, but I know if I could give her anything, anything at all, she'd just go dancing in the rain. Holding hands on that front porch swing. The lightning flashes across the sky. I see that sparkle in her eye. She likes dancing in the rain. When that tin roof starts to sing, and it drives that girl insane. She likes dancing in the rain.
Great country tunes on the radio.
Get it? Today's Country.
I love absolutely every single song they play. This station is dangerously good.
This is Today's Country.
I like the music. I like the DJs.
There's even more to like.
I like everything about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
More of today's new country now.
I love the music.
You're listening to Indie Country Radio and KUHSdenver.com.
Now this is my kind of country.
New country.
New country.
New country.
There's boots like mine on the billboard by the highway exit 209.
All the signs point down to Broadway. If you want that shine for a pretty dime, then you can buy boots like mine. Ain't the kind my daddy still wears down on the line. His old steel town, steel toe working pair, built for overtime and extra miles, blue collar style. Raise it up, whatever you get high on. Here's the leather laced up nylon, rubber soles under old work benches, caked up treads in the trenches. Raise it up like a lighter in the sky. Salute to the shoes that paved the hard road through the dust, the mud, the blood, the ones who paid the price for boots like mine. Boots like mine, in the second bedroom down the hall where mother lies, waiting on a phone call from a satellite on the front lines, where her baby wears a different kind. Raise it up, whatever you get high on. Here's the leather and laced up nylon, rubber soles under old work benches, caked up treads in the trenches. Raise it up like a lighter in the sky. Salute to the shoes that paved the hard road through the dust, the mud, the blood, the ones who paid the price for boots like mine. Raise it up, whatever you get high on. Here's the leather laced up nylon, rubber soles under old work benches, caked up treads in the trenches. Raise it up like a lighter in the sky. Salute to the shoes that paved the hard road through the grass, the mud, the blood, the ones who paid the price for boots like mine. Boots like mine.
That gentleman is also an alumni of Team Blake NBC's The Voice. His name is Josh Gallagher. His latest single is called Boots Like Mine. Video to that one on ICTV, IndieCountryTelevision.net. Up next, another great country music artist by the name of Joe Lasher. This is called Messed Up on Today's Country from KICR Indie Country Radio. And don't you say anything, Clyde Hill, when I say messed up. No, not me, no.
To all my friends, I guess it's easy to see, 'cause they all say it ain't good for me. Lying to myself, trying to get over you. But I'd say I put on a damn good show, acting tough as nails, so you won't know truth from fiction, how hard it's hitting me to let you go. Baby, I messed up, doing my best to get dressed up, walk a straight line to the front door, take a deep breath and a couple more. Baby, I'm hurting, everything I try ain't working. Guess I like to hide that the pain brings with your memory, and I can't get enough. Baby, I messed up. What I wanted to say was what you wanted to hear. I couldn't swallow my pride, so I wound up here kicking myself, drowning my tears. Can't see straight, but one thing is clear. I messed up, doing my best to get dressed up, walk a straight line to the front door, take a deep breath and a couple more. Maybe I'm hurting, everything I try ain't working. Guess I like to hide at the pain
down to the front door. Take a deep breath and a couple more. Baby, I'm hurting. Everything I try ain't working. Guess I like to hide at the pain brings with your memory. And I can't get enough. Baby, I'm messed up. Yeah, I'm messed up.
Giddy up, howdy, this is Jane from One Ugly Cowboy, and you're listening to Today's Country with Tim Kelly on KICR Indie Country Radio and KUHS Denver.com. Woo! Ride with the wind. Off a desert highway where no one stops was a lonely bar called El Rio Cross. One day a stranger came passing through. He hung his hat, pulled up a stool, had a slow laid-back southern comfort ease, the kind of man that does what he please. We talked a while, didn't catch his name, but I won't forget what he had to say. Whoa, whoa, I'm young and I'm free. No Tommy damn blues gonna ball and chain me. Whoa, whoa, life is too sweet. I follow my heart wherever it leads me. All right with the wind. Don't worry today what tomorrow will bring. Life is for living, each day is a gift. I ride with the wind, yeah. He said my daddy worked a dead-end job, and on the day he died, he told me, son, get out now while you can. Dare to dream and don't look back. Whoa, whoa, live for the chase, 'cause life is too short and you don't waste it. Whoa, whoa, never lose faith to follow the sun and roll down this highway. You ride with the wind. Don't worry today what tomorrow will bring. Life is for living, each day is a gift. Yeah, ride with the wind. Yeah, ride with the wind. Don't worry today what tomorrow will bring. Yeah, ride with the wind. Yeah, ride with the wind. Ride with the wind. Ready to fly like a bird on the wing. Ride with the wind. Yeah, ride
cowboy from Toronto, Canada. Richard, Jane, and the whole crew love their new music. That is the title track to their latest project. It is called Ride with the Wind, and I want to thank them for the voiceover they did for me as well. Jane can rock it, that is for sure. Well, I hope you guys had a good time tonight. I know I sure did. We're still having a good time in our chat room. The fun never stops until I push the stop button, then maybe, but you know, I'm always on social media as well. You can follow me at Tim Kelly on air, and I would be glad to follow you back as well. Hey, I had a good time hanging out with Amelia Presley tonight and Miss Jenna Torres. They are awesome. Go check them out, AmeliaPresley.com, JennaTorres.com. Now, next week, October the 8th, on a Thursday night, I'll be live with a great country music group called Sugar Cane Jane. Then that is at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. Crystal King will join me live at 8:30 p.m. Central Time next Thursday. Then Friday night, Kyle Elliott at 7:30 and Mr. Don Swartz from Southern Trace Records at 8:30 next Friday night. We'll talk the music business and a whole lot more. It will be fun. Today's Country with Tim Kelly is produced by Tim Kelly Productions. Check us out on Facebook and like us at Tim Kelly Productions, and we will like you right back. You guys have a great week, a great weekend, and I will see you on the radio. Bye-bye, everybody.
I can put you in a cornfield in downtown Manhattan. Close your eyes and reel that old zip code. I can put you on a riverbank while you're fighting traffic. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. Turn me on, I'll see you on the radio. I can take you back to high school, gym floor, and a slow dance. First love, first kiss, second base down that old dirt road. When it's freezing cold, I can sink your toes in warm white sand. I'm a song, I'll see you on the radio. Turn me on and turn it up. I can make you smile, make you cry, turn back the pages of your life. So turn me on, I'll see you on the radio. I'm young, I'm old, I'm country, I'm rock and roll. So turn me on and turn it up. Let me make you smile.